Alright, so this is T-Mike. We're making a video on the Shallow Well project. I'm here at my dad's shop, the 92-year-old genius fabricator. And there's
man from out of town.
there's the project. We want to dig a shallow well to put a pitcher pump on for survival mode if we ever have an apocalypse and we need to survive. So I got my dad involved. This is his shop here in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. The man is a master fabricator. Can do everything, weld, machine. He's got an amazing shop. A lifetime story in this shop. So here's the story. We have the well point right there with the blue tip that we're going to drive in the ground. And normally you would use a postal driver that weighs about 70 pounds and lift and weigh, but that ain't good enough for the Seymour in him. He's got to manufacture something. So he's building a tower to stand up on the ground with an angle iron welded to it, with and going to put a column of galvanized pipe welded, and then have the weight inside. And if that ain't enough, we're going to use a block and tackle here with a 5 or 6 to 1 ratio to pick it up with a quick release to release it and drop. So I'm going to keep y'all posted on the progress of this project. We're just kind of getting started now. Haven't bought the extensions to add on, or we also got a scaffolding set up outside. Once we mount this, we'll be able to, between him and I, he'll pull the rope up and lift them up, and I'll pull the release on it and let it slide down and hammer it. And we'll see how far down we can go. So stay tuned. So the question has arisen on how much force we'll lose by dropping the weight with the block and tackle. We could put a quick release on the hook right here and drop it free-fall through the column down to do the driving, or we could just release the rope and let the rope unfurl through the block and tackle. But how much force do we lose? So we're going to perform a drop test, which we already started. We free-fold a weight onto this piece of wood, and we're going to take a measurement of the impression it made on free fall, and then we're going to connect the weight to the block and tackle and let the rope go and let it free fall, and then we'll weigh the difference between the two drops and see what percentage of loss we have between free fall and rope fall. And if that percentage is less than 25% loss, we'll probably not go with the quick release. We'll just let it free fall from the rope. So stay tuned for the final measurements of that test. Okay, release. Okay. So here's the scaffolding set up for the tower. That's going to be brought out here and attached to the scaffolding. My 92-year-old father did this. The tower is going to be attached to the scaffolding here, and we'll drive the well right there. So the scaffolding is braced and securely attached to the fence, bottom and top. I'll keep you posted on the progress as we erect the tower. So here's the progress of the manufacturing of the tower. The master fabricator has designed and welded the base right here with an open section for the well point.
A gate.
And then there's the
Glide.
welded on for the weight to be suspended down through. We're going to anchor this to the scaffolding outside. I'll show you a video of that pretty soon. There's the master fabricator, and here's some of the piping. There's the actual weight that we're using, and there's the beginning construction of the tower. I assume that's the top where the hook's going to be that the block and tackle is attached to. Still under construction.
That's the weight.
There's the weight.
42 pounds.
42 pound weight with a hook. And there's the well point. We're going to be driving in the ground. So it's coming along pretty good. We'll keep you posted. Alright, so the delivery chute for the shallow well project has been assembled and erected. The 92-year-old genius heading up this project did that on his own last night. I keep trying to give him a helping hand, but he won't let me. He's kind of hard-headed. I don't know where I get that from, but so the delivery chute was built on a platform with levels all around to make sure that the projectile that we're dropping down the guide, the angle-on guide, will guide the projectile down the chute through the opening, and here's where the well point pipe will be situated through the opening and be pounded into the ground. And of course we have to have it level, so you can see by the leveling that it is perfectly level. So stay tuned for more video as the project progresses.